Hey everybody, welcome back to The Experience. We're here today with Pulp. He is a well-faceted artist. He has music that dabbles in pretty much any genre. And we're here to talk to him, ask him a little bit about his career and what he's been doing lately. How have you been today?
Alright. Tired. As per usual. uh, yeah, I've been alright.
Been treating you? Are you working hard, hardly working, staying busy with the movies?
Yeah, quarantine, not gonna lie, it's pretty much been the same. I'm kind of just like a hermit that makes music in my apartment. So I've been going outside more than I think I went outside before, which probably isn't the best thing, but it's it's like,
What was it? You had like a 2-song kind of like EP out.
oh yeah, the ghosts are still winning.
Yeah, that one, I like that. When I found those 2 songs, and I was like, oh, it's only 2 songs, but like it was such a solid, they built up each other. Like once I went into the second one, I was glad I listened to the first one. And even though you have shorter songs, like they're kind of like chapters sort of, and like a story or something like that. They each have like their own themes, and that's what really gravitated me towards your music. I had to figure out what was going on. So when did you decide to start making music on like a solo terms?
Man, I I was using like voice memos to make songs like over like popular beats, remixes and stuff when in like 2016. But I was going through my vault last night, and there was the only stuff that was like recorded like in like GarageBand or whatever was from 2017, like early 2017. So
that was an old project?
yeah, there's actually a whole lot of, I was trying to write down how many projects I have. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of them just residing in the vault.
So that was just kind of like a couple throwaway songs. Tell us about how you started like doing music by yourself, because I know you're a part of a group before this, and you kind of still are, but now you want to kind of venture out and do your own thing. What led you to doing all that?
Yeah, so I'm like totally still like with like Give Up still here completely, like, and always will be. I love all those guys to death. They're wonderful. I we I takes It takes a lot more time to release stuff with them, because it's like almost like a higher level. There's like more of a following, and there's like scheduled release dates and spending a ton of time on this and like whatever. So like with personals, I just make so much music. Like I was just like, okay, like I should just start releasing my own stuff like too. So whatever. And yeah, I don't know.
Had to like adapt to working alone, or since you already made so much music alone, it was just kind of like putting it out there? It was just giving like a body for this music to exist in instead of sitting in the vault?
Yeah, I have like most of the time making music. I mean like I usually am like physically alone, but I started working with a producer named Tally, really great dude. Around, yeah, like 2018, but before then it was just like random producers from like YouTube and stuff, like typical stuff. Yeah, I've honestly I've met some really cool producers through like YouTube and stuff, which is weird. Um, I actually met Dilly through YouTube, which is crazy because he's like he's like one of my like best friends, and he's like produces so much of my stuff and our stuff, and so that's really cool. Yeah.
Because then you can always bounce like ideas back and forth and whatnot.
Yeah, it's nice. All my friends are artists, but working alone, yeah. I've worked alone a lot, just most of making music. I mean, I've talked to, of course, like producers and friends of mine and whatever. But most of the time, it's just up until pretty much I used to be in a collective called Club 18, and Gush is basically just glorified Club 18. But Club 18 was like a collective that kind of like sadly fell apart. But I don't know. Yeah, I think I had like I just checked the other day. I had 4 hours of music that was on my SoundCloud up until September 2019 when I took it all down. So up until around then, I was like really just like working on my own stuff.
Okay, that's pretty good though. So you had like a nice sort of, well, most people, you know, they start off with music with their friends, they start a collective, and you guys still continue your collective, and now you just have like an onslaught of just a whole bunch of music left over. So when you were thinking about visuals for your music, I know you have like a lot of Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill back there. Were you inspired by your favorite directors to make those visuals how they were? Were you trying to go a little bit different from them? Or did they just kind of come together with what you had?
Oh, I'm such... I don't... I don't even know. I mean, obviously, like, it's pretty apparent that Quentin Tarantino is really influential to me. Recently, I mean, ever since, like, Hereditary came out, Ari Aster's been one of my favorite directors. I can't think of his name. It's like a French director, but he made The Lobster and The Killing of a Sacred Deer, which I actually just made a concept album related to The Lobster. But yeah, with the visuals, definitely. With I think all of them we have out, almost every single one that's been put out, unless it's just like me at my desk with weird effects or something. My girlfriend AV shot them, so yeah, and she's kind of like creative direction, so we'll get like some idea, and then we'll just kind of like figure it out. Like there's a video for Kuze. I just like I was like, no, I look goofy, so I didn't do anything with it. But like this sleeping with a strap visual for Give Up Still Here was like all AV's idea. Like it was like we went to this park with all these lights, and she's like, okay, now you're gonna like move here, like go here, like stay there, and I'm like, okay, like definitely. So
it's like it's very in the moment, so it's really cool to see that like a lot of your visuals they've just been kind of sporadic, really. And shout out to your girlfriend for having such a brilliant mind.
Shout out her, she's wonderful. Yeah, a lot of it is like spur of the moment kind of stuff. A ton. Yeah, I have so many like random videos for like music videos and stuff for songs that I just forgot I made a lot of them. Like I'll find them hiding in my camera roll or Google Drive or something. Yeah. A
lot of artists, especially like younger artists, they're just kind of making whatever they want and they're putting it out there, and you might not think it's solid, but there's so many other people that feel the same way that you do that connect with it. Like especially with like artists like XXXTentacion, like a lot of his music was like distorted and wasn't necessarily quality in terms of sound, but it just resonated so well. I think that's what I like about your music a lot too.
Thank you. That means a lot. I mean, I was a huge fan of X, like for a long time, like when he was dropping like really weird stuff on his SoundCloud and all that stuff. So yeah, that I remember like when I heard what like really kind of got me into more of the underground scene. I heard Look at Me like a little bit before it like popped. I don't know, like in high school, and I was like, why does the bass sound weird? Like
it was so different. And nowadays, that's what like a lot of artists are like chasing, trying to sound so different that it sounds like someone else. But yours is just like a perfect balance of what you want it to be and just going for it. I love that about it, especially with Anthill, your newest single that just came out a couple of days ago. I like that one a lot. What was the concept behind it? What really? Well, is it an old song or is it kind of new?
I actually made Anthill like, when did I make Anthill? 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I made Anthill like 2 weeks ago. So I only started making my own beats like 2 months ago or something. I had always wanted to, but like I was just like I can never do this, and then I just kind of started trying harder. And um Bitcoin, shout out Bitcoin. That's my brother right there, but he helped encourage me to keep working, to make beats. And Dilly was so unbelievably support. He's like a lo-fi god in my opinion, and so he was like so supportive. And all my friends were like telling me what I could change. And yeah, now it's just fun to kind of just mess around, but also stressful. But Anthill, yeah. So once again, my girlfriend and I, we were looking to just go to like a store because it's like quarantine. We just want to go somewhere, and we ended up in like Hudson, Wisconsin, which is like 30 minutes from Minneapolis. And we just like found this kind of like beach area. And there's certain moments where I open my phone and then I'll just like keep writing stuff just like wherever we go and like all this stuff. So I thought the Anthill was like way longer. Like I thought the verse was super long, but I just like spent a really long time writing it. I don't know.
One of the things I like the most about Anthill is the listening to it the first time. I really liked the sound of it, and then once I played it again, I like what you were saying. And I think like the lyrics are a little bit hidden amongst like the sounds, the instruments, like the snare, I drum, I think, and the piano. And like I like how you changed the pitch of your voice, but I think it made it, I don't know, I think it made it complete. Like it made it seem a bit like free, airy. I don't know, it was interesting. That was my favorite part about it, that I listened to it again and I was like, oh, he hasn't slept in 2 days. And it's like, oh. So it was really nice to like have a new experience with each listen.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that means a lot. I get super worried. I have a ton of pitch shifted songs. I'm just like, maybe people will like hate the pitch shift. But yeah, thank you.
I wasn't expecting the higher pitch, and then I had to go back to your other songs and I was like, it's usually deeper, right? So it's interesting to hear like the deeper register and then you go higher. And I think you're perfect at like bringing in different sounds, different types of sounds, manipulating your voice to make something new. That's like awesome. That's really good to hear. Really refreshing.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's nice to hear, because I stress about, I mix and master almost all my own music. Work in Progress works with Gush. Again, I'm shouting out everyone, but shout out Work in Progress. He's great, but he engineers for us a bit, and Matt has mastered some stuff for us, Gush. But yeah, pretty much I mix and master like all my own music, so I stress about that like such an unbelievable amount. It's ridiculous. Like I have this thing in my head where it genuinely, I think it like sounds worse like than it actually is, and I don't like know if I'm like hearing it right or like, because everyone's like, this is good, and I'm just like, this sounds horrible. So like I'm very selective.
But that's how you know what you're bringing out is like really worth a listen. It's really quality. When you don't like it and everyone else does, you probably made it perfect.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're planning on bringing out in the future? Do you have like a longer EP or an album coming out soon?
Oh boy. Let me think. How many solo projects? Just solo projects?
Both. With Gush or just with Pulp?
Okay. Oh boy. So I have my first self-produced album, just called Candy Cigarettes. I think it's almost done. There's a few things I gotta do, but yeah, so that should come out. So it's way, way, way different than anything I've released so far. It's more experimental, and very, if you know JPEG Mafia, then you'll hear it. It's very JPEG Mafia kind of inspired. Uh, I'm working on a short film, um, which makes me nervous because it's like no budget kind of thing. But yeah, so I made this. I another project. I might, it might be too weird for me to ever release, but I wrote this really 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 long verse, and then I just decided like I can't put this in a song, so I'm just gonna record it like a cappella randomly and whatever. And then I made like like a whole album out of it, and like made like work beats around it.
That's pretty cool.
Finished in like, thank you, 3 days or something. It's called the Postmortem of the Dog of a Brother. So I might release that. I probably should. I've spent a while with the visuals for it and stuff.
Yeah. Where do you come up with names like that for like your songs and your visuals?
It takes me a long time to come up with titles because I usually have this thing that's like I need to have like a different kind of weird song title, and then I might be satisfied with it. So I don't know. I just I love this, like the thesaurus.
Okay.
Like, I just love like, I don't know, synonyms and
You want everything to be like different, standalone, unique. And I can understand that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's sometimes I come up with titles before I finish the project. Like I've known Candy Cigarettes was going to be called Candy Cigarettes because that's like my producer name, but yeah.
For your producer name, why didn't you want to be Pulp? Why Candy Cigarettes?
It's like a weird story that has just like it's just like, I don't know, there's a few reasons. There's this video of this dude reviewing Candy Cigarettes that's just like a consistent theme throughout the album, and it was like so goofy to me, and I thought it was just like super cold. I actually have like a ton of Candy Cigarettes right here. But I don't know. It's just I was just thinking of names, and I was like, that works. So I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's gonna catch on though. Candy Cigarettes. I think it's catchy.
Thank you. What else? Yeah. Give Up Still Here we have a project coming out. I'm not sure if Bitcoin wants me to leak the title or anything, but it's a whole album that, so like Sally and like whatever and like Eidolon were pretty much creatively directed by me, and like pretty much I was just kind of doing stuff. My girlfriend engineered a couple of the songs, and of course I didn't like self-produce them. Hello. But yeah, it was kind of just like I was just kind of like making it, and then I'd send it to everyone like, yo, y'all cool with this? Like but like Eidolon only had like 2 of our producers on it or something. It was just like a ton of featured producers. We had like Circle and 666 Delete on there. But anyways, this project that Gush is working on is fully produced by Bitcoin. I really can't say anything about it now because
you might get killed.
Yeah, he might kill me, but I could tell you what we have now for it is very, very good. I personally like it a lot, and that's hard to say about stuff that I make with people. But
well, that's awesome. I'm glad you have a lot of good things coming in the future. So just to tack them up, we have a new project coming from you in a couple months, maybe, along with maybe a little independent film, and then another project with Gush.
Yeah, I mean, I could just keep going about random projects. I mean, what I could just throw together EPs like all the time, because I mean, like I can like make so many songs and all this stuff. It's not even just because I'm trying to like push out a ton of music. It's just love making music even when it's super frustrating.
I think that transcends in your music. I think it's crazy how all of them sound so good and so different. And the fact that like they're just some songs that you had in your vault that you just kind of put out, I think is pretty cool. So you're definitely inspiring as far as like an artist goes. You really, whether you see it or not, I think you really push the envelope, especially with like your frequency and your work ethic. I think that's really good. I think that that's something that we need in music nowadays. It's just organic, and I just feel like it's gonna pop off one day, really, really soon.
Thank you a lot, man. Damn. Oh yeah. I hadn't been working with Tally, like the first producer I worked with. I was the first person to hop on one of his beats, and he was the first like producer I ever, because he happened to live in the same exact like small town I lived in, and which was so weird because no one lives in DeForest, Wisconsin. But I'm never on Snapchat, and this dude put on his story, yo, anyone in in Wisconsin like rap or anything? And I just dropped this like very, very like not good mixtape, and I was like, oh, this mixtape did like some numbers, and maybe we can work on something. So but he and I hadn't really worked very much. He had 4 production credits on Sally, but those songs were pretty old. But we recently linked up. I went back to Wisconsin just to pop up for my mom's birthday. She didn't know we were coming, and then I was like, oh yeah, Corona's a thing. So but I linked with him, and then yeah, so we have a tape planned. I think might be fully written. I don't know. I wrote a lot for it. So that's coming out. I don't know when. People are pushing me to re-release all these old mixtapes I have.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I definitely think you should, so I can listen to them. And a lot of other people can listen to them, honestly. I think you might find like a new audience. Just flood the streams, put them out there, flood SoundCloud.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, especially people that have like, there are people that have like been listening to my music for like a long time, which is weird to me. But yeah, especially like my friends that have kind of been there, like my day ones. Yeah, they're always like, bro, like re-release Fuck a Hospital, re-release, I was mad at a hospital. Re-release like Hit List, with his tape I have with Matt Case and Tally, and like re-release all these random projects. I'm like, I could do that. I'm not going to, but I could.
Yeah, you just gotta keep them waiting, keep us guessing. I can understand that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. The first 3 songs I released like solo, when I just started releasing solo music again, were all pretty old songs. I think you said that in the write up. Yeah. So The Ghosts Are Still Winning was in the vault for a long time. Even it was released in like back in 2018. And then it's so crazy that that's so old. Oh my god. I was thinking yesterday, like, I'm not even 19 yet. Like, I turn 19 next month, but like, damn, like.
Yeah, time flies after graduation. It's weird how quickly, like, as soon as you only have like 2 classes and 5 days to do anything you want, it's crazy.
It is really crazy. Yeah, what I like, being an adult kind of sucks, but it's what's nice about it. I mean, I'm still like a little kid. I still act like a child, but I get to make music like so much, so I like that a lot.
I always say, especially with me and my friends, we live in a house together, no parents. You know, we can go wherever we want, whenever.
Yeah. Shit, man. Yeah, I was. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I was listening last night. I was trying to make a list of all the projects. I said that and like how long they are and stuff, but I was listening to music I made when I was like 15. I was like, oh god, man.
That's insane. If I could look back on anything I did at 15, I'd probably be embarrassed. So it's probably better than most people.
yeah, I mean, I remember when I like realized like my music was like, I was like, man, like Tally said this to me, and then I was like, yeah, you're totally right. He's like, once you realize your music's trash, that's when you get better. I was like, oh, and then I was like, yeah, I did realize like it was not good, like at the start of 2018, and then like I started to work harder and making it better, and I think like yeah, like halfway through 2018 is like when my stuff started getting better. But yeah, I used to have all these horrible, like some of the songs wouldn't even be that bad, but there's just these god awful ad libs. I don't know what I was doing. It's like skirt. I'm like, God, dude, like shut up. Like
You're new at stuff. With anything, when you're new, it's weird because you just want to be like your favorite person. Like you want to be like your favorite director, artist, writer, whatever, and it's trash. Right? I've been there too. I can understand.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Window to the left, and all of my vision is filled with oxygen vents. Wish it would stop with them lenses. Electric tape on the pen in this, just cause I cracked it. Scribbling eclectic shapes of femininity, embarrassing myself to tear my car cause I sound blaring whispers, so I'm abashed. Stuck with antonyms, my hill got soaked trying to be the ant that swims, but I can't with this. Swimming in soaked sand. Fuck, I tried pairs of broke squares. Just smoke scared my chamber orgies. My body's sorta sorted. Current lead to current moves with synchronous.
Alright.
Well, thank you so much. It was really nice talking with you.
Have a good rest of your day. See you.
Yeah, you as well. Bye.
Bye-bye.